Hello everyone, you're welcome back to our Drew TV tweet and rants. And as always, we'll be reading anonymous messages and tweets by people. And these amazing people I have with me here will be reacting to it. Also, you can drop your reaction in our comment section on what you think about each and every of the anonymous messages and tweets we are going to be reading. This episode is sponsored by Seaway Water, and we're thanking our sponsors for this amazing opportunity to partner with us, and we're hoping to do more amazing things together with them. So without much wasting of time, let's get right into it. So I have with me here, starting from my right,
Sule.
Mr. Jojo.
Kasim.
and these amazing people will be joining me to react to all the tweets and the anonymous messages we will be reading. So without further ado, we'll start by reading the first message we have here. So the first message here says, "Good morning, Drew TV. I hope you get to post this. I dropped out of university a few years ago due to financial reasons. I'm 32 years old now and I'm thinking of going back to university. But I don't know if it's right decision to be in 100 level at 32. My lack of university degree has limited me in certain areas, to be very honest. Please, what should I do?" Anybody can
Okay.
react?
I think first it's a good decision going back to school at 32. Remember, even life itself starts at 40, as our elders say. And it's never too late going back to school.
No.
You understand? When we have, if somebody like our former first lady, Patience Jonathan, can become a PhD holder at probably 60 something or so. You understand? So I think it's a good decision. So you can just go ahead, go back to school. 4 or 5 years you are out of school, that you'll be at 37 and you can still do something with your life at 37. Thank you.
It's never too late to go to school. It is never too late to go to school. And we've seen people who are graduates still in their 30s and 40s realize that, okay, this particular field I went for is not something that is fulfilling enough. I would want to try something else. I've seen somebody who read mechanical engineering and after 5 to 6, 7 years of practice decided to go study law. And talking about you that you haven't studied before, it's never too late. And one thing that I know for certain is education doesn't necessarily make you rich, but education will be scam. It gives you this exposure, it gives you what you need to know to stay in vogue. So it's always good to go, even if you are 42, as long as you have what it takes, you have the financial stability to go to school. I would advise you go to school. It's never too late. Education is never too late.
Just like he said that he had some opportunities that he was limited to due to his lack of degree.
You see?
So
It's very necessary to go to school. Very necessary.
anything other. Okay. The next our next poster here says, "Hi Drew TV. How do I tell my wife that someone is pregnant for me and doesn't want to remove it? She's insisting on keeping it."
Sorry. I'm sorry. Please go ahead.
"She's insisting on keeping it with or without me. I just dey run temperature and collect drip for over 2 months and my wife is worried, thinking it's spiritual attack."
That situation is critical. but the first thing is, you say you don't know what you're doing, because the thing is this: if you messed up, you should be ready to clean your mess up. You see, the first thing to do is you have to tell your wife, because whether you like it or at some point, she will definitely find out.
That we are finding out. Man.
Somehow. Now that is number two. What if this lady in particular decides to come to your house and, in fact, tell you, "Oh, I'm pregnant for this and that," then you're not talking about, first you're talking, that's removing it, that's abortion. It's not proper. Please accept your fate. You have a baby mama outside, just accept it as a part of life and move on. But please let your wife know early, so I stop taking this drip and the rest.
Okay, well, in my own thought, I think first and foremost, he went there without a condom. So
you should go with condom next time.
I'm not saying that, but you going there without a condom, what were you expecting? That was the question I wanted asking. You understand? So what were you expecting? So this is the outcome of what the person must have been expecting. I'm not against a married man going after women or
You're
cheating.
not against it.
I'm not against it.
Okay, you're for it.
Yeah, he's
Sorry, I'm
he's not
against
saying
it.
so.
I'm sorry, I'm not advocating for it. I'm not advocating, but you know how to do your editing work.
It's part of it.
It's part of it.
Uh-huh.
You're not against it. It's part of it.
No. I'm not encouraging. Sorry, I'm not encouraging. Yeah, I'm not encouraging cheating. I'm not encouraging
But
cheating.
sometimes your first
But-
matters.
But when it comes, then you have to accept
have
your
to cheat.
fate. You know, now that the situation is at hand, what I would suggest you do is look for a way. Talk to your wife. If there's a way you guys can work together as family, make her understand. Okay, this is what happened. The deed has been done. You know, okay, that you're ready. You know, to make sure they at home they are okay
And the baby mama is
and the
okay.
baby mama is okay. I think these alone are features of a quality father and a good father.
like Two-Face.
Well,
I am not a moral compass. I can't tell you what to do and what not to do as a man. You're a grown-up man. For you to be able to get a girl pregnant means you know what is wrong and
what
right.
is right, yeah.
But what the two speakers have said before now that I will still adopt is the fact that once such happens, it's best you let your wife know as early as possible, because aside her even telling you that she will tell your wife, it can be a sort of blackmail. She can drain you mentally, financially, and physically.
Yeah.
So tell your wife early so that you can look for the way forward. And just tell your wife. So at least when she finally come tell your wife, I go tell her, okay, I don't really know.
She go vex for 3 months.
So
come back, family
but at least tell your wife.
Family members will help you.
Tell your wife.
Well, just to wrap up with that, for you to be married and even have a wife, it means you are responsible. Like responsible in the sense that you are up to the age to make decisions for yourself, and you should also understand that every decision has a consequences. So the decision you've made to stroll out of your marriage, there's a consequences. So it's advisable for you to embrace the consequences and just embrace it as quick as possible and make amends if, because some women, once they get to find that out, that's the end of that marriage. And if that is the consequences of your action or your decision, then so be it. Embrace it and move on.
Move forward.
So our next respondent here says, hello Drew TV, I've got a bit of a situation on my hand. I just finished NYSC and saved up 1.2 million naira. What investment opportunity do you think I should consider? I'd rather okay. What investment opportunity do you think I should consider? So we have, I believe we have some business tycoons amongst us here that have
She
done
should
well
go and start
businesses.
studying Akara.
Start US.
should start a current business.
1.2 million. You see, the thing is, don't despise your little beginning.
Okay.
You can start a POS business. Yes.
With 1.2 million?
Yes, you
Yes.
can start a POS business. Yes.
With 1.2 million. So how can what is the rate of the return on investment like? What do you think the return on investment is going to be
The
like?
thing is, that's why I said.
1.2 million going into POS. So is that the best? Do you
Because,
think that's
okay,
the,
because I don't know. Do you want to go into buying and selling? And the issue with buying and selling is this: with what we have now, if you sell, somebody will owe you 3 months, 2 months. You are chasing. At the end, you even run out of business. You understand? But I feel that POS, yes,
It's
you
cash.
look at it like, okay, what's the 1,400 naira?
Let me just do it.
You
Let
understand?
me just.
You might look at it like a small business. Do you get? But I think the better part of that business is if you have enough money, just like what she has now, you get where you can easily give her 100k and get like 5k. Imagine going out today and 10 persons come for 100k, and your charges on 100k is like 5k or 3,000 plus. 3 times 10, that means 30k a day. Do you understand? What kind of business would you do apart from what kind of business would you do 1.2 that will give you 30k every day? You understand?
If she's, and one thing about POS business is that it's not something that requires you to go through some training, pay, and it does not require much to establish. All you need is
Yes.
just like a little batch or something. You don't require much to establish.
Even an umbrella
a
is
POS
okay.
business. Really, you don't.
Umbrella.
But if you need, but I'm somebody who really advocates that people go into farming, livestock. I really like that. But 1.2 million naira,
Will not work.
how much would you invest? What are you buying exactly? Where is your point of sales? Who are your customer? Are your customer willing to pay after buying. So these are things you must put into consideration. Because looking at this economy, Mr. Mahmood, what can 1.2 million naira
Do
do
for you in business.
if you want to rent a shop? How much
It's
would
a
you
shop.
pay to rent a
I have
shop?
somebody who rented a shop for 500,000. Yes.
And just so you know, it's when you start paying rent that you know that 1 year is just 12 months.
1 year
Yes.
just 12
Well,
months.
I think here's what I think, right?
Okay.
Starting a business must not really be you going out to rent a shop. You can actually start a business from your house, from the comfort of your house, of your
Okay.
stay, right? Well, what I think, first, there is no business that is as lucrative as agriculture when you do it properly. And of course, we know agriculture is diverse: cultivation of crops, rearing of animals, and what have you. Looking at looking at there's this guy that this guy that was recently maimed and killed, that went viral
Fish
on
Yeah,
magnet.
fish magnet,
yes,
right?
fish magnet. Fish magnet made it known that fish business is very, it's not just lucrative, but it can be ventured in by everybody. I was his follower prior to his death. Sadly, may his soul rest in peace. But a lot of people got to know about him after his demise. But Fish Magnet was he was a guy that was not just selling fish on the internet, marketing his business on the internet, but he was also teaching people. Not really teaching, like enlightening people how the business works. There was one of his videos that said that fish business is very diverse, from the people that build the pond, from people that make feeds, from people that produce fingerlings, from people that actually rear the fishes, and is quite diverse. So I can advise that maybe you get a fish pond at your backyard, just a little fish pond at your backyard, and just start something. And egg business also is quite a lucrative one, or stuff. So from the suggestion we've had here, I'm hopeful you're going to watch this and pick out a suggestion from what we've discussed here. So moving on the last anonymous message we have here says, I've been single for 2 years because I am scared of loving. I was once a lover girl, but my last heartbreak really messed with my mental health. I see every guy that comes to me as a player. I don't even trust people, and I don't hide it. Sometimes I try to stop it, but I just can't. I have been so emotionally detached for a long time that I don't even know how to act around my favorite persons. Now I'm so lonely. Everybody left because nobody wants to be with someone who doesn't trust them. I need help. What should I do?
I
Over.
think the first thing, you have to open your heart to love. You understand? First, you have to love yourself. Do you get, before you start thinking of loving people around you? And if you're using heartbreaks to judge every other people around you, even those you love, even family member, because if you are saying you are lonely, it simply means even those who are like your family members are running away from you. You get, so for me, I think the best thing is open your heart to love. You will definitely find the right person at some point. Because if you keep saying you can't love, you can't trust, even the right one will come and you will still lock the door. You understand? And the person will leave. So I think for me, just open your heart. Even as much as you open, just try to be first. You have to observe, you have to be smart. I don't know how you do it, but you have to still be able to understand people. You get, you have to still open your eye to understand who is fake and who is not fake. I think the first problem is, you said you be lover babe. You guys, your own be say person just call you don't love, no concern you again. You understand? But now where they don't break your heart once or twice, at this point now, when you are loving now, you love with your head. In as much as you love with your head. I think that's
Yeah, love doctor. Were you a love doctor before? Any
Well,
other inputs?
Well, I feel this is all about heartbreak. Heartbreak belongs to those or somebody who has ever been in love. And love is something that you have, like we all need as people, as individuals. So now you having a heartbreak, I think there was something that went wrong, and I wish maybe in the next love you find, and I pray you find love, that what broke your heart in this previous relationship will not happen again. So this is all I have to say.
love is love. So just open your heart to loving, as Mr. Sule rightly said. You must, the fact that, as there's an analogy, if a child is crawling and trying to walk, the fact that he tries walking and he falls down doesn't mean he will not try again. there's a time that the child will stand up and try one more time, and it will be the time he starts walking. So the fact that you've tried love, you've fallen down, you've tried again, you're falling down, doesn't mean you won't keep trying. You have to keep trying, because there is nobody, particularly nobody on earth, who has decided to love that has not experienced heartbreak one way or the other. You must. It's either you give it or you receive. So it must take place. So the fact that you have been at the receiving end, maybe because of your negligence one way or the other, we don't know. But now that you have realized some of those things, you will not just love with your heart, as Mr. Sule said. You love with your head. That means you would let your heart love, but you let your mind lead. Yep.
Well, I think my input will be, first, you need to forgive all your exes, those people that hurt you. I think that's the right place to kick off. Forgive them, and like Mr. Sule, of course, said, love with your
Love doctor.
brain.
what do you say?
Yeah, our love doctor said, don't love with your heart anymore. Love with your brain. And when you are loving with your brain, you know the excesses you can take, and the right time to leap, and when you understand the gimmicks and the tactics of love.
Yeah.
So love with your brain, but before then, you need to forgive all of them. Forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made, and move on from there. Okay. We want to sincerely thank and appreciate our sponsor, Seaway Water, for this episode of Twitter Rants, and we're hoping to do many more beauties and good things with you in the nearest future. Thank you very much, our esteemed viewers and followers, for sticking around with us and staying loyal to us. We appreciate sincerely. Until next time, we will catch you again. Please always do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channels and all our social media profiles at DrewTV NG. Thank you very much, and we'll catch you on our next video. Bye bye.